And we're doing a short, easy, quick little mani with glitter. So that should be exciting. I am opening up my new package from Gemini Cosmetics, and we'll open it together, see what we have inside, and we'll use those products to create a look today. So it should be fun and easy. Let me just get this open. It's wanting to be a little difficult. Let's see here. Let's get this open. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's get her open here. Okay, let me cut this again. Let me get bigger scissors. So I remember part of what I ordered. And so I have an idea for the nail set we're gonna do today. It should be really pretty easy for the most part. Let me get this open. I got one more edge here to get. This is from Gemini Cosmetics. If you haven't checked out what they have over there, you should go over there and check. I love their glitters. And they also have a lot of gel products that I think you guys will like as well. Okay, let's get in here. Let's take my receipt out. Put that out the way. We don't even want to look at that right now. No, it wasn't bad because it's just glitter, mainly. All right, so I got these little glitters, which they each kind of put off a little bit different reflectivity. Really cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep these in the little package that they're in. Let's see what else we got. I got this one, which has a lot of purple and pink and blue reflections. This one is Inner Child. It's by Young Nails. So that one's really pretty. And then this one, very similar, except there's a lot of gold coming off in these. Gold and purple, a little bit of blue. This one also is from Young Nails, and it is Wedding Rumors. And then we got, look at all these goodies. Okay, I have got, they're each a little different, everything I got. So, okay, I'm gonna show you the cap to this one. This one is called Stardust. Let me show you what the cap looks like, because that will give you a good idea of what we're gonna get from it. Oh, that was close. Hold on. That was close. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out how to dust that back in there. Hang on one second. Okay, got it. Okay, so here's our cap on Stardust. And I'll show you the actual Stardust. There's a lot of silver in it. There you go. A lot of silver going on. Let me figure out how to scoop this back in here real quick, and we'll close it up so I don't do that again. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll have a lot of dust on our towel already. A lot of glitter dust. Here, let me go ahead. I'm gonna kick this that's off on the sides and put it back in. There we go. All right, let's close the Stardust up. And let's look at our next one. Oh, look how pretty. Okay, that's Stardust. Let's go ahead and dust off Stardust so we don't make a complete mess next time we get into her. Okay, next one I have is Sassy. I'm gonna hang on to her really well. This one has a lot of lime green and gold reflection that I can see already. You can kind of see that from the cap. And then, there you go. So really, really pretty. I love that gold in there. And there's a lot of green, a lot of lime green coming from Sassy as well. Okay, then we have this one, which is Starlight. She has a lot of that white diamond-y reflection. I see a hint of like a yellow, a really light lemony yellow. Let's see what you can kind of tell from the cap. And then, oh, do you see that magic? Look, it looks like almost like fairy tale like. So pretty. Oh, okay. Let's figure out what we're gonna use here. All right. Which one was this one again? This one was Stardust. This one was the one I think we have a lot of actually on here even. Okay, let's continue to look and see what we got. Dust off my little towel here. Okay, then I have got some more glitters. These are super, super duper pretty. Little flakes and all different kinds of colors that you're gonna get out of here. I really, really like this. So these two look a lot the same, but they're a little different. This one's got a lot more gold, and this one has a lot more kind of an orangey red. Oh goodness, really pretty. And this is from Blessings 2 collection. So I have Blessings 1, this is Blessings 2. Then we have, this one is from Faith 2. I'm gonna take these ones out because the container is a little bit harder to see. Let's see, yeah, I'll open these up. So this is from Faith 2. We have this beautiful glitter, which reminds me of fall. Look at all those, the different colors of the leaves and such. Now there's a lot of pink coming through on this as well. I'm not sure that you're seeing it, but there's a lot of pink reflection in there. That is a beautiful glitter combination. Okay, let's look at our next one that we got. This one is gonna have a lot of orange, I can tell that. This one also has a lot of fall colors, a lot of gold coming through on this one. Really, really pretty. Wow. These are gorgeous. I'm so glad I snatched these up before they run out because I think they will run out of them because they're just stunning. Okay, in this one, we've got a lot of green coming. Yeah, and you can tell really easily, we've got a lot of green flakes. That will be so pretty inside of a nail. Goodness. I can't wait to get this on. Okay, let me get this lid on real well. Okay. Our next one that we've got, ooh, there's a lot of purple and blue coming from this one. They are really full, Victoria. I love it though, right? Look at that purple. Man. So pretty. And then, this one, we're getting a lot of fire colors. Oh my gosh, that gold in there is stunning. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely gonna use this one today because I think that would be gorgeous with some of the other, look at that little glitter flake floating. It looks so pretty. Okay, we're definitely gonna use this one today because that will go really well with the other products that I got that we're gonna use today. So let me put these back in here and let's look and see what else I have. Okay, let's see, I got those. All right, then I also have, I got a cocoaist. This is my first time trying cocoaist, and I got it in, let's see, rose sand coral color. Let me show you what that looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. And there's some glitter in there as well. Let me see if I can show you that glitter. Hopefully you guys are seeing it. I can't tell from where I am, but it's beautiful. I'm just gonna leave this on here so that way nothing leaks. Let's shut this up really well. Okay, then I got another cocoaist, which is blackberry quartz. So it actually has little gold flakes in it. Let's get this pried up. I'm hanging on to it really well so it doesn't go anywhere. Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that almost looks like a gemstone. It reminds me a little bit of like a rubellite tourmaline. Oh, stunning. Now I kind of want to use this, but we're not going to use this today. We're going to stick with what I initially kind of planned on. Oh my goodness. Then we got more glitters. We have got this little set of different glitter mixes. And these are, this is the set of 3 and it's number 6. Oh, we may use some of these today too. Let me see what we got over here. Then we have this little set. And this is number 7. So every time I place an order, I just kind of gradually start adding to my collection. I'll pick a couple more that I don't already have, and I'm just slowly building up my collection. But today, we're definitely going to work with this one, and I do want to work with our little gold flakes because those are gorgeous, and I think they'll be real pretty with our design that we're going to do today. And then I have got 3 more things, and I'm going to use one of these, at least one of these today. Let's see here. Okay, I have got Nail Thoughts. This is my first time ordering Nail Thoughts. This one is in Milkshake Base. Let's see what it looks like. Very bubblegummy. So a bubblegum pink. It's real bubblegummy. All right, then I have Lavender Ice, which I saw this one on MJ's. She had over on Vibe Nail Lounge. She had got this the other day, and I loved the reflection of it. So yeah, we may use this today as a top coat on top of whatever color we choose. Okay, let's put this over here because we'll try that one out. And then this one is Strawberry Milk Base. Yeah, this one's a little bit darker of a pink, but I love it. It's real pretty. Let me clean this little lid up here. There we go. I think we'll use, I think I'm gonna go with, let's go with our lighter pink. Or it says this one's the lighter pink. Still, I wanna go with this one. Let's do that. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm gonna put these to the side and we'll pick back up on those in a minute. Okay, let's dust off this glitter. Okay, and I'm gonna do my shorthand over here. So I had just kind of tried on some product this week that I was sampling and it's held up really, really well, but I do wanna kind of take a little bit of the shine off of it, and then we're just gonna do our nails on top of that. So let me get our e-file going. I'm gonna put it on reverse and I'm gonna put it on 5. I'm putting it on 5 because I'm really just taking off the shine. Hello, how are you? Come on in. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. And I'll show you how I do. This is my dominant hand that I'm working with. So I may work a little differently than normal, but you guys will get to see kind of how I do it. Just kind of taking off that shine right now. When I need to get back here in this corner, it's real hard for me, so I just kind of go backwards. And just anywhere I see shine, I'm gonna take off, okay? I see so much glitter. And I'll tell you, I love that Gemini, these colors that I have real positive names, which I really, really love. Because I also do Reiki nails. I don't do a lot of Reiki nails, but it is a service I offer. So I'm trained in Reiki, and I think it's brilliant to be able to do a Reiki service and include that in the nails. So putting a little blessings in your nails, or a little faith, or different types of glitter with those types of names that have been named that, just makes for that much more of positive energy going into your service. And I love that. Okay, let's get this little one over here. I know I work at kind of a strange angle when I'm working on my dominant hand. Some nails are easier than others. But at least you guys will get to kind of see too how whenever I do my nails and my gel nails and stuff, and even on my clients, I don't remove all of the product unless it's just lifting and we have to remove it. So this is how I do it. Ignore my cuticles. It's not time for me to do my cuticles yet, so I'm not going to worry about that today. All right, let's go ahead though. I'm just going to push them back. And if we happen to get some of this cuticle material, then great. But I'm not going to do it today. That's not going to be my focus. I usually take a day during the week and I'll do my cuticles. This one gets a lot of cuticle growth on it. So does this one. And we'll clean up for sure after we're done with our nail polish and stuff. We'll go ahead and clean around the cuticle just to make sure everything looks neat and pretty. Okay, now let's clean these up. I'm just gonna get a little bit of my swipe and a little towelette. And actually I'm out of swipe, so I'm just going to use my alcohol. Okay, we'll clean this up. Want to be sure and get all that dust off and glitter. Okay, so you're left with something like this, right? Because we're leaving a little bit of gel on there. And I'm gonna grab my Protein Bond. Love this product. It's by Young Nails. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this on each nail. I see a little bit of glitter on there. It's okay though, I'm not gonna be mad at a little piece of glitter. Just the more the merrier. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little bit more. Hola, I see you coming in there. Thank you guys for being here with me. I know that there's a ton of places that you could be, and I appreciate you being over here and supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's go ahead and go in with our color here, our milkshake base. Let me get my lamp ready. Get some stuff out the way. Okay. So let's go ahead and get us a good dollop. I'm just gonna scrape it off of one side. And this is gonna be our first layer, so kind of like our base. So I'm just going to paint it on. If I've got a little bit too much on my brush, I'm just gonna move to the next finger, kick some of it off. And just a nice, easy, thin application. But you definitely wanna go all the way from side to side, and I clean up as I go. So I got a little bit on my skin. I wanted to go ahead and take that off. Okay, let's get this one. And I don't want, like what just happened there, a big kind of glob got on the side. So I'm gonna clean that up now. I'm just gonna wipe off any polish on my brush and take it back down this side. Okay, then clean up. Okay, and again, I'm gonna do 3 at once. I could possibly get away with doing a whole hand at once, but then I feel like if I move really fast on this hand, I won't do as well of an application job because I'm working with my non-dominant. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up over here because it's a little bit bulky. Okay, I'm gonna go in the nuker. I'm just gonna go in the nuker for 15 seconds. That way we just kind of set everything into place. And plus I get to see kind of how it performs on just like a quick little nuke. Okay, and it's good. It didn't wrinkle or anything like that. That's perfect. Okay, again, we're gonna go up one side. All right, next nail. You gotta be real light-handed when you get over here on these sides because it's really easy to just accidentally dump a whole bunch of gel on it. And then you've got bulk that you need to take off or it'll run onto your skin. And we don't want that. Okay, let me clean that off. Now I'm gonna go in for a full cure. So I'm actually gonna do, let's see, I'm thinking 30 seconds, but I'm not sure. So let me read back here if it says, okay, I don't see where it says, so I'm just gonna go for a minute. Yeah, let's do a minute. And we're gonna pick, I think 3 nails we're gonna do our glitter, our little glitter encapsulation on. So that should be a lot of fun. Get these nuked in here. All right, good. So this is our first layer. It's looking gorgeous. And I'm gonna go ahead and then the nails that I'm not going to paint with, are not, sorry, not gonna encapsulate with glitter. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat on. So I think I won't encapsulate my middle. And this is how I'm gonna do my biob. So I'm going to just kind of dab and drop off some product, right? Like right where, kind of like where your apex would start. And then I'm gonna push it back a little bit and go from side to side. I'm gonna go from side to side all the way to the end, okay? Then I'm gonna grab my little liner brush, this one, and I'm just gonna start putting it where I need it. So let's move, uh-oh, there's a hair. Okay, let's move some of this back here. And again, we're working with my bad hand, so it may be a little crazy. Just gonna slightly pull. Come over here a little more. Because I want my sides to be thin. Pull down and then come over here. It may look a little wonky again because I'm working with my bad hand, but trust me, it'll come out real pretty. You just kind of keep playing with it till you know you've got your product evenly spread and it's covering everything. Like right in here, I've got a little bit of a dent, so I'm gonna pull some of this back. And right over here, I need to pull this. There's still that little bit of a dent right in there. There we go. Once you get it even and you're feeling good about it, go ahead and nuke that. We're gonna shape this up too, so I will run a file over it because I like the way it looks when you run a file over it. Even though you're doing a biob, and a lot of times it comes out looking beautiful and you don't think that you have to run a file over it, I just like the finished look when it's got that file ran over it. It does make a difference somehow. Okay, so we've got that one. You can kind of see the color difference. Now I'm gonna do my pinky. Pinky's a little bit easier, of course, because it's a smaller surface. So again, I'm just gonna drop this off, bring it down. So I just like to put that product just right down the middle. And then pull it out to the side. Okay, let me come over here. me get right back here by this cuticle a little bit better. So I'm gonna dip into the product and try to just come around. So dip into where that product is and come around here. And sometimes you want to give it just a second to just kind of settle. A lot of times this is where you'll see, people will tip their hands upside down like this, to let that product like kind of lift to the surface more. You can do that. I normally don't do it because I just it's hard for me on myself to see. Now on a client I will, because it's easier for me to see, but on myself, I just kind of avoid that because it's just hard to do it yourself. Oh, it looks like someone's commenting on my scars. No, I have lupus. I have lupus, and I have, I have several autoimmune diseases, and I'll occasionally break out in like extremely bad rashes. And over the years, this is what has happened. So yeah, I have scars on my arms, on my legs, everywhere. It's just part of life, right? I love my scars, my journey with my scars. It's been a long, hard journey. And yeah, I have the battle scars to prove it. So I hope that makes you feel a little bit better about calling them jump scars, which is really ugly. But we won't waste any more time on that. So that's what those are, just to get that out in the open. Okay, so, and also if you notice, I'll have red knuckles and stuff, and sometimes red fingers. Again, it's from my lupus, and it's just part of my disease. But I still like to make my hands as beautiful as possible. So let's do that. So I still have a tacky surface on the nails that we haven't done yet, and I want to start with my largest glitter. So I'm going to start with, let's see, I want to use these. Yeah, let's use this one up top here. Okay, so I want to use this. It's from number 6. And let me get this off. If I can get it out, let's see. Might be stuck in there a little bit too well for me to get out. There we go. Okay. Let's start with this glitter. And I'm just going to get my little brush that we were just using to get our gel on right, my little thin liner. And I'm just gonna dip in and place it on. And we're not gonna do it really, really thick because it's real easy when you have the short nails to overload everything. But I'm just gonna keep it kind of on the lighter side with some of the glitters. Not with all the glitters, but with some of them. Okay, let's kick this off. All right. Let's get a little bit more and a bigger piece. Really pretty. I do read my chat actually, but if I'm working, then yes, it may take me a minute to read the chat. But I do read it. It's just me here, so I don't have anyone else helping me to, read the chat and do my nails or anything. So yeah, if I'm doing something, then it may take me a minute to look down at my phone and see what is going on. Okay, let me grab a little bit more, put on here. All right. That's really pretty. I like that a lot. Okay. Let's do this nail. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more gel to my brush, just that way it's a little bit easier to pick some of this up. let me grab some more gel here. And I'm just gonna grab a base coat. And I'm gonna use my Manicure base. Let's get this in here. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna dip my brush in here, get it with some gel, and let's pick up a bigger piece for here. Let's put a bigger one down here too. Yeah, that's really pretty. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I think I'm done with this particular glitter. Let's get into our next one. And what I'm gonna do before I add my next one, I'm gonna go ahead with my base here, and I'm gonna add another coat of base on top of these fingers. Just a really light layer. And I'm not gonna cure it, I'm just going to use that to put my glitter in here. Let me kick that back over. It keeps wanting to come off. Well, there we go. Get that back on there. There we go. Okay, let me get some more. All right. So now let's go in with our next glitter, which is gonna be our little chameleon flakes. These are so pretty, man. I'm gonna be a little bit more strategic about where I lay this, just because they're bigger chunks. So I kind of don't want to put it on the sides because I know my sides are going to be filed pretty thin. Look how pretty that is. I mean, you could literally be done just with that right there. That is so pretty. But we're going to go a little further. Okay, let's grab some more of this. Oh, I love these. This might be my favorite product yet. Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. Okay, that's all the chameleon flakes I'm doing. But look how pretty that is already. I love it. Okay, let's close this up. I'm gonna put my hand in the nuker just for, we can do like 10 seconds just to kind of set everything. And then let me get my other glitter. And actually, I remember we've got a good amount right here, so I'll just use it right here. All right. So it should still have a tacky layer on it because we used our base, and so that will give it some tack. And I'm just gonna dip in here on my finger, and I'm going to blot. And as I'm blotting, I'm gonna press it down just a little bit, just to make sure everything is pressed in. And if you're worried that I'm touching the gel, don't worry, because I'm immediately going to be cleaning my finger. I got a little bit close there to my cuticle, but that's okay. Whoop, not that one, this one. So we're just pressing. I almost hit the other wrong finger again. I did kind of hit it. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit more on my thumb. Right on the edge. Oh, they're pretty, guys. Really, really pretty. Okay, let's get this out the way. So we've kind of got our glitter nails already done. So what I'm gonna do is, before I even bake it, or here, I'm just gonna kind of set it for like 10 seconds again. And then I'm gonna get my little brush and kind of dust off around my cuticles. And then we're gonna put on our hard gel and encapsulate it. Okay, all right, so let me just kind of clean off my fingers a little bit. It's okay, it's just glitter, so clean that. Okay, all right, so let's put on our hard gel, which should be really easy because they're really, I mean, honestly, I could probably just get away with a top coat, to be really honest with you, because everything is really flat, but I will go ahead and do a hard gel just so that way you guys can see what that looks like and how we're gonna keep it real thin. Again, let me just get this. If you can't get it with your finger, you can always use one of the little sticks to get that off with. It's just the glitter sticking there. Okay, let me grab my hard gel. See, we're gonna use our Build Pink by Young Nails. Okay, I'm gonna use my little towelette here and wipe this down just in case, because what I'll do is if I put too much gel on the nail, then I'll use this to kind of wipe it off. Okay, I'm gonna get my gel brush. Got stuff sticking to me. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go straight down the center and not all the way to the top there, okay? Then I'm gonna get my regular gel brush and I'm just gonna kind of move it like we did the other, like swinging it. Push it back by the cuticle, bring it over here, get a little bit more, swing it more and swing it. Swing it. So we're at least kind of like spreading that out across the nail surface. Okay, then I'm just going to rotate my hand and bring that down. Bring it on over. We don't need it really thick on the sides, so don't worry about doing it thick over there. Same here, I'm just gonna kind of roll my hand. Or roll your dominant hand, I should say. I'm just gonna keep it really thin. I wanna make sure though I go all the way over to that side. All right. Then I'm gonna give it a minute to settle. I just want it to settle so that way whenever I go to file it, it'll be easy to file. Because it'll be a little bit more evenly spread across my nail, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna give it a close-up look for myself and just make sure I've got it coated well. Yeah, she looks good, okay. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm gonna do a quick nuke on this, just like, here we will do like 10 seconds. And that'll set it all into place. Okay, now we're ready to move on to our next one. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I mean, for such a tiny little nail, guys, it's so pretty. which I am trying to grow my nails out. So I'm just kind of keeping them short and enjoying them being short. Playing with different styles that way. I have a lot of clients that have short nails too, so. So again, we're just moving it back and forth. And then I'm gonna turn my hand a little bit. Come down this side. Turn my hand this way. Come over this way. Make sure I go all the way to the end. Okay. Okay, again, I'm gonna look up real close and just make sure I've got it fully coated on everywhere that I need it, and I do. Perfect. Okay, let's set this really quick. Okay, that should be good. All right, last one that we have to encapsulate. So just drop that off on there. Again, we're gonna go, make sure it goes all the way to the back, but not touching the skin. And then swing. We'll swing all the way down. Rotate that hand. Come up the sides. This one had a little bit more gel than the others. So if it's got a little bit too much gel, I can just wipe off and come back, which that should be about right. That'll give me plenty to file, and I've got everything covered. Okay, so let's go ahead and nuke what we got. Next up is our filing. So I'll show you how I buff these out and how we do a final shape on them, and then we'll get them top coated. What do you guys think so far? Do you like the way that they're coming out? Does it look pretty easy? It's really easy to do. I think it's a great way to add some nail art if you're not like the best drawer, like character drawer, or you know, you're not great at drawing flowers or doing, you know, different things like that. It's a good way to add some uniqueness and some sparkle and color in your nails. And you're still keeping them really, you know, they're very, very like work appropriate and professional if you need to be professional, but also fun. Yeah, and we haven't even got them top coated yet. Okay, let's do this. I want to use my file. Okay, I'm gonna use my file, and I'm going to, I know it's kind of hard for me to see from this angle, but I should be able to do it. I'm gonna use my 150. I'm gonna go, oh wait, hang on, we gotta wipe the tacky off. I got to talking and forgot. We got tacky on here. Okay. Okay. We'll go ahead and wipe the tacky off of these. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna use my 150 first, and I'm going to, it's so hard to do it with this, with this hand, but I'm gonna go up the side, over the top, getting that edge. up this side, which is kind of strange. You're kind of coming back towards yourself. Or you can go down this way. Either one works. And over that top. I can tell I've got still a good amount of bulk on the tip. So I'm just gonna run that down. Then I'm gonna switch over to my 120. And this one I'm just gonna hold it and run my finger as I turn it. Okay? So easy enough. When you think you've got it, take a good feel. Like I can tell there's a little bit of bumpiness right here. So I wanna get that a little bit better. If you can't get it with your buffer, switch back to your file. If you remove a little bit of the polish that we've done, don't worry about it. That's easy to just go back right back around after you finish filing and you can fix it. I can still feel just a little bit right in here. There we go. Okay, that feels really good. To shape, I'm just gonna do a very natural shape. So I'm just gonna run my hand along here. There we go. Okay, next one, same thing. Go up. If it's easier just for you to move your finger, you can do that. Up on this side. Okay. I'm gonna try to come up a little bit better over here. Come down towards the tip. And I'm gonna switch to my buffer. And let me fill everything. Feels good. Okay, looks good. And this one's really short, but we're gonna try to kind of just shape it up neatly, right? There we go. It's super duper short. Okay. This one, same thing, but I'm just gonna use the buffer on this pink nail. And I'm just gonna buff. Start with making sure you get these sides over here. Okay, and then over the top. Okay, over here, we're gonna switch back to our regular file side, our 150. Go up the side, over the top, and on this side. And I'm trying to pull my skin out the way any chance I get because sometimes you can accidentally get yourself, and that's not fun for anybody. Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way because I'm by my cuticle and I don't want to accidentally get my cuticle skin. Okay. Same over here. Move that skin out the way. And it looks like I took a little bit off right there, possibly, of the polish, but we'll get it. That's a good example. We'll get it. Okay, let's clean this up. With our buffer, I still feel like she could come down a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm rotating my hand. So I'm rotating, 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 okay? Now you can also do this with your e-file if you're more proficient with your e-file. Here, I'll finish doing this one with my e-file. And I'm just gonna turn it on 5, okay? And I've just got my arbor band. Like I said, I run it at a low speed just because I'm not great with this hand and I don't want to get myself. There we go. Let me get this little corner over here. I'm gonna turn my hand this way. And go at this angle. Okay. And I can do the same with this. We're just lightly buffing though on the colored one. I'm gonna go back to my little buffer because I really just want to buff it. Because that's easy. It's an easy one to just stay nice. There we go. Okay, let me clean these up. Oh, I forgot these two. Let me shape these two real quick. Like I said, there's not really much to, with my nails, they're so short, there's not really much to shape, but we will try to get them as even as possible. Like this one, there's hardly anything at the tip. Okay. All right, let's clean these up and see what we got. And see if we need to add any product anywhere that I may have taken something off. Because if I did, we want to add that back at this point. Okay, no, that's real pretty. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Let me get this, again, this little bitty corner right here. I want to get that better. Let's see, what is the best way? I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me get this cleaned off. They look really, I think they're going to be stunning. Okay. Clean everything off really good. And now at this point, you could just go right on in with your top coat. However, I do like to use the protein bond again. So I'll go ahead and just protein bond. It just gives me a little bit extra assurance. Okay. And then my top coat. And then we're all done, guys. That's it. Let me get this open. My favorite top coat is from Nail Career Education. Susie over there has a gorgeous top coat. This is it. It's really, really glossy and pretty. Now, it's very similar to Manicure. So if you like Manicure's top, you would like Susie's top too. Okay. I'll show you these up close here in just a second. They're all really pretty. I really like that pink too. A lot. I wasn't sure how I was gonna like Nail Thoughts because I had heard some people talk about how it's really thick. I can't really say that I noticed that about it, but it could be because a lot of the builder gels that I work with are thick. So to me, it really didn't seem thick. But that could be the difference, you know, just what you're used to working with. So I work with a lot of gels that come out of Europe. And yeah, so that might be why I'm kind of used to it being a little thicker. I can't say I really have a preference. When they come out so pretty, you know, I'm fine with it if they come out pretty. But easier to work with or maybe harder to work with? No, I wouldn't say so. My favorite has always been glitter bells. They're my favorite. That's what I have on this hand over here. This is cookie and cream. I love it, but it is a thick builder, thicker than even Nail Thoughts. So if some people think that Nail Thoughts is thick, it's thicker than that. Just gonna go a little bit longer on this hand. Oh, and you know what? I wanted to use this one too. Let's take maybe my pinky nail and let's add a layer of this and see if it does anything, what it looks like. Surely it will do something because it had a lot of fluorescent color in it. Okay, let me show you this one first. So we've got my thumb, which is really, really pretty. Oh, I love that glow, that gold and that pink. And here's these. Now, I remember I don't have any cuticle oil or anything on. I'm just kind of showing you before I paint this other color on. Yeah, those are really cute. Okay, let's try this one. Like I said, it's got a lot of fluorescent in it. See, it's got a lot of kind of purpley fluorescent. Let's see what it looks like on top of the pink. I'll just kind of run it right down the middle. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So it didn't make a big difference, but a little difference. That's pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe that one off just because I love it. It's just a different look, but I kind of want, since we've got so much going on with these other ones, I don't want to overshadow, you know, what we've got. I don't want to have I don't want to make it gaudy nails, you know. Okay, let's put some cuticle oil on. I've got to get some more cuticle oil. I am almost out. Well, actually, I'm kind of out. But I get it from a friend of mine. She makes amazing skincare products. She's a local friend. So let's put this cuticle oil on here and go all the way around. There we go. And I thank you guys for hanging in here in the chat with me, and I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. You'll have to let me know what you think about the nails and if you would wear them. I think it'll even be more beautiful the more my nails grow out and we can actually do longer covers. Like longer overlays, I should say. There we go. That's really pretty. Let me see if I turn off one of my lights, if we get better. Can you see it a little bit better? Like that? Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, I think my thumb is my favorite. Okay, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe up. I would love to have you. Sorry if I didn't talk too much. I was kind of thinking as I was working here. So I promise we will have more entertaining videos here coming up. And I'll even be coming back this weekend and we'll do some glitter encapsulated longer nails. How about that? Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that. I love that pink too. Okay, let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you soon. All right,